What's up? I'm Austin. I'm here with the Build Guild. It's Bowtie Friday. We've got Etta and Carlos showing some stuff off. Maybe Alex. I don't know. Let me set it so you can share your screen. Etta, if you want to take it away, let's do this thing. Bowtie Friday.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Like we can start off. So I'm going to present together the project we did with Carlos at the ETH NYC Hackathon, actually. So it was, yeah, basically like we created an application with Scaffold-eth, which is a course creator platform. So we were thinking a lot also here together about like a platform where users can stake funds to get access to a course, right? Because they're not like really good incentives for free courses. So no one really has any kind of reason to finish a 12-hour or like 17-hour free course. But so we were kind of thinking of this idea, like let's create a page where users can stake funds to create the course. And then we kind of ended up creating a platform for course creators actually to automatically deploy multiple smart contracts, which give them the crypto incentives to create these kind of online courses. And without further ado, like let me get to the application and actually share my screen and show you guys how it works. And feel free to interrupt on the way if you have any questions.
Like Eda, do you want me to share my screen? Because I think I have it working here. You have like this issue. So if you want, like I can share and you can like speak over my screen if you want.
Yeah, for sure. Like we are like fixing bugs last minute, of course. Go for it.
Okay.
So this is the main course admin page. And basically like the admin or like any course creator can come here and deploy, like create a course, right? And what this page will do is it actually deploys two different smart contracts. One smart contract for the staking of funds where users can like, where it records the students, like who's in, like what the level of the students are. And another one for issuing badges to the students, like NFT badges after they complete the levels. So do you want to like, Carlos, try to create a course, maybe like a course called random course or
for example, yes, that's a good name.
Yeah, so we do have like some fixes to do on the app, but yeah, we're creating like a random course. It will have 4 levels, and the levels are kind of the way they work is so each step on the way you can withdraw the portion of your funds. Like if you have a course for 1 ETH and it has 4 levels, after each level you can withdraw back 0.25 and you get issued an NFT like, hey, good job, you completed level 1. So that's kind of the process, and that's let's create the course first. Awesome. So you can see the course contract deployed. It's actually 2 course contracts. You have it on the debugs page, and this is the course creator view. So this is basically what like we were aiming for. And we also created a student view for the purpose of the demo. And a student view is, so the goal here is to give the course creators their the flexibility to do whatever they want with the contract. So they're kind of responsible to like create the UI and like make it all pretty and Udemy style, etc. But we created like a mini demo to show for the judges. And this is kind of how it works, right? Like, so a student logs in, it needs some funds, right? It needs 1 ETH in order to sign up. Let's try and sign up as a student. Okay, so this student just signed up for the course. Now, in a real life production, there will be like course videos or whatever the course creator wants to have, right? Like, let's say it's a JavaScript course and they can have like some tests, etc. But this is up to the course creator, right? This is not on our end. So there are like some issues over there, but we're kind of working on the student view right now. There is some things we need to fix, but essentially like it's a course creator, like staking course factory contract, which deploys a different contract so that you can have a course with crypto incentives. And yeah, that's our project and presentation. Any questions, extra feedback, anything? Happy to add on. And Carlos, feel free to like just jump in and interrupt me.
No, I was going to say that maybe like we can like update the progress for this student. Like Eda said, that it will be on the course creator side. They will have like their own UI or whatever, and they will call that function, which is updating the progress of the student. So if I go here, I should get an NFT, right? But maybe it's not
you
working.
can see like the completed steps and the required stake amount, etc., from the student page as well. So the student has like zero levels completed at the moment. And it automatically sends the NFT, right? Like so that the student doesn't have to pay for the gas fee over there, but they do have to make a transaction to unstake their funds. So we could get back like 0.25 ETH. And we kind of, well, this is kind of a future roadmap item. But the goal here was like for people who do not withdraw, like who do not complete the course and cannot withdraw the funds, that will be split between who like completed the course. So that kind of adds like an extra fun element to like some kind of game economics. And this was actually like someone gave us this idea at the venue and it was really cool. So we just like took it for a roadmap item. Yeah, that's our presentation and our project for the hackathon.
It's also kind
So
of
you-
something that we need too, right? Like we need to be able to have some kind of staking for folks because we have this free curriculum. Like it almost needs to have some staking to get people to have. I know you said that, but I just wanted to reiterate, like stake in the game. Sorry, Jason, what were you saying?
I was saying what I like about it is not only like you get your stake back, but you can actually earn by learning because of there's got to be a percentage of people that aren't going to finish. So by that percentage is going to be split between the people who are finishing. That's huge to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
free course where you can actually earn money as well, like assuming a couple of folks don't finish. So it's like fun. It's like some kind of game economics just to do online free education. But yeah.
Like, by the way, we just received an email from the ETH New York, and we won $100 from the Optimism team. So in my eyes, like we are like hackathon winners. So I don't know.
$100 on Optimism. That's enough to deploy like 10 contracts, man. Like that,
Yeah,
you're
right.
swimming in it on Optimism.
It was a good award, yeah.
So we
One
might
year
end up
ago.
using this for the Web 2 to Web 3 curriculum. Is that right? Is that the plan, to kind of have like the curriculum set up so people can stake some ETH in it and then earn back some ETH and NFTs as they complete each of the courses? That's dope.
Yep.
I'll show that off real quick. We've got some kind of cool things in the pipeline here. We've been working on this Web 2 to Web 3 curriculum, and there's like 15 videos now that Etta and Carlos and I have put together. And the first week is just becoming a power user in Ethereum, teaching you about wallets and private keys and mnemonics, and also just like how to use it, like getting an ENS, go buying NFTs, DAOs, DeFi, multi-sigs, all sorts of stuff. And then week 2 we did scripting, and this is a big learning moment for me. Like I knew how to write scripts, and I think like we all have tried it, but by forcing ourselves to teach this, I would say, would you agree, Carlos, that like we learned a lot by learning how to teach how to write scripts? So the scripting week was also just like very eye-opening and good. And if you haven't done that, go take this. If you just like Google Web 2 to Web 3 curriculum, you'll probably find this repo. But yeah, week 2 is all scripting. And so we used Ethers.js to, learn providers, signers, wallets, format Ether, parse Ether, stuff like leading up to Scaffold-eth that you'll need anyways. And then week 3 is the speed run, of course. And then week 4 is build your own project. But I think somehow if we could use this project that you guys have built to kind of gate people through these videos and unlock things as they watch each video and set stuff up. So yeah, looking forward to that. Sorry, Carlos, I asked you a question and then I just like talked over.
No, it's fine. Yeah, the answer of to that question is that yes, like I learned like a lot by having to explain to people how some details works, because sometimes you just like see the code, but you don't really deep dive into it. And when you have to explain it, like you really need to, understand everything. And it was like a great experience. Yeah, I don't know.
Awesome.
I learned a lot from the explanations. That was really helpful for me too.
We're gonna have to get into like more advanced topics. Like we'll learn them by teaching them. We'll do some ZK stuff, maybe we'll do some like Merkle trees and some of that stuff. I feel like there's more advanced concepts that maybe aren't even covered in the speed run that will be fun for us to kind of learn ourselves and teach to other folks. ZK in particular, I've been going through there are these if you go to the Build Guild and you go to next steps, there's a tweet about all these fun next steps to do after you build. But this ZK one, man, these ZK tutorials are so good. And I keep going through them to learn a little bit more about them every time. I think I've showed them off a lot of times on this call, but go through those if you're a build guilder. So speaking of that, we can just look at like numbers while we're talking through this stuff. The speed run is really taking off. Lots of people are going through it. I think we have like almost 2,500 folks that have gone through the speed run or going through the speed run. And then over on the Build Guild side, we're almost up to 500 builders into the Build Guild. We don't have a great way to like reach out to all these builders. It's something we're working on of like how to even communicate with a bunch of anonymous builders that are going through a curriculum. Something we need to work on a little bit more, but lots of fun stuff going on here with Build Guild and Speedrun. And, you know, thanks to Carlos and Etta for all the help with the curriculum and building these things out. We also just got done with a hackathon with Juicebox, and you can go vote with tokens. I think we sent voting tokens to every Build Guild member with a stream. So you have tokens to go vote on which hackathons you like or which hackathon submissions you like the most. So go check those out also. Anybody else have anything to present? I think we had Carlos and Etta, but was it the same thing? Like you signed up to present the same thing, or you have something else, Carlos?
I have like this, like the, how do you call it? Like the ABI Ninja.
Oh, ABI Ninja. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Shout out to developer Marwan who started this, but I think you rewrote the whole thing too, because you need it, right?
I didn't ask, you know, I started like building like yesterday or the day before, and I didn't ask if someone, I should have asked before I start building. That is fine.
If it took you one day to do, then it's totally worth the rebuild just to understand it all. Yeah.
That was very fast.
Yeah, you will probably be like sleeping at that time, Austin. So it was like faster to build it and then
that's right.
Than asking.
That's right. We don't wait for me to wake up. Yeah. Well, go ahead, show it off if you'd like. I'd like to see it. Yeah, it's. I feel like we should deploy this to ABI Ninja too. Like I registered the domain ABI, and also we can come up with a better word. I even have like web3.run, which would be kind of a fun one for this. But the TLDR is you put in the artifacts, right? You supply BYO artifacts. You bring the contract address and the ABI, and it gives you the Scaffold-eth contract interface, which is really handy for other builds. We were doing a build where we did Flashbot starter kit, and we needed to use the account to interact with a contract that we didn't have anything set up for within our own environment, within our own RPC. And Isaac used basically an ABI Ninja fork to do that.
Yep.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah,
you want to show it off? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
This is going to be super quick.
That's all good.
So can you see it?
Yep, we got it.
Yeah. So I think if you ask like anyone about like what is their favorite feature of Scaffold-eth, I think like most of the people is going to say like the like the contract UI, because it's the first thing that I always show to people when I explain like Scaffold-eth, because it's like super easy to tinker, right? So I was thinking, why not having like this feature as like a standalone service or a standalone tool, though it doesn't need to work with Scaffold-eth, it can work with any contract. So we could deploy this tool, and people just can come here and select the network. In this case, I just like deploy like the purpose contract as always. So I can say like localhost contract address, and I can come to my IDE and copy the ABI, and then paste it here and load contract. And this will give me like the like the usual contract UI that we have on Scaffold-eth, and this should work. And you can like reset and also have like the EtherScan contract URL, so you can paste like any contract address from EtherScan here that have like a verified contract, and it use like the EtherScan API to take like the API from there, and the address it picked from the from the URL. Oh yeah, I need to switch to mainnet for this one. And this should load the contract for the DAI. Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah, and also, that can be also useful if you have like a contract in Rinkeby or whatever, and it's not like verified for whatever reason. Maybe you don't want to verify it yet, and you can paste like the API here and interact with that contract. So like these last days, we have been talking about having like a nicer UIs on all these like the builds, because I think, Austin, I don't remember like the word that you use, something like a scaffold-eth style or something like that. Like all our builds are like that. Like all of our builds are, I'm not going to say ugly, but it look like a scaffold-eth prototype. Like everything looks like prototype. So I think it would be a nice improvement if we start working with some like UI people that can, bring this prototype to the next level in terms of the UI. Like for example, like this tool, if we deploy this tool to API.ninja and we have like a fancy layer on top of it with nice UI, I'm sure that it will have like way more impact. Because if not, people will look at this and will say, oh, like another ugly scaffold-eth build, which is probably a prototype. And yes, I don't know. That's my idea.
True.
Yeah. Like no offense to anyone. Sorry.
No, it's I always feel bad about it, but I always say like a good scaffold-eth build is very ugly to start with, because it's basically just a prototype that does something really cool, but very unopinionated on the front end. And then eventually, I think that, yeah, you're like, we need to probably team up with some kind of design and and product firm that can kind of like take BuidlGuidl builds and take them pro, right? One thing that a feature request of this is to have the URL parameters. So once you got it set up, you could even filter down to, let's say you grab the DAI stablecoin and you filter down just to the approve function. And then you have that in a URL you can share with someone. So you could craft up the exact function you need to call and then give someone a link, and they could follow the link, connect their wallet, make the call on the thing.
Yeah,
it'd be really handy.
That's nice. Yeah, yes. Yeah. And also
another
like
might be caching. Oh, go ahead.
No. Like you mean caching?
Like you come in and you save the DAI contract, so then anybody knows. So someone could just type in DAI and it's just going to grab that. You know what I'm saying? Like some kind of back end that uses like 4-byte directory and Etherscan and just tries to make it a little nicer. That's probably like a back burner kind of thing. Like the URL param parsing is probably the most important, but having some kind of thing where I just land and I type in Juicebox, or I type in nouns, or I type in Zora or something like that, and I get whatever contract it remembers most recently about that, and like just like common interfaces people are using, something like that. IDK.
That sounds good. Yeah.
But the URL sharing is the coolest. Like being able to bring in maybe like multiple contracts, clean up just the functions you need, have maybe even like multiple steps, and then share that as a thing. Like, here you go to this, and it'll just like walk you through the calls you need to make or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Could be cool. Good build. Great build. Anybody else with any builds from the BuidlGuidl? Also, I feel like you were about to say something, Carlos. Definitely like fill in. I didn't mean to cut you off. You can say it in Spanish. We'll enjoy it. Just hit us with it.
No. That's for another day, maybe.
We can start speaking Spanish with Carlos.
Yes, that's
like
right.
These days we have been like working. I've been working with Damu with the with the Juicebox Hackathon. And it's nice to speak in Spanish for some builds. It's like easier for our brains, But yeah, I don't know. I hope like to keep working with Damu so I have some like Spanish time.
Hell yeah! Well, we were thinking about bringing Damu in on some of our Web3 to Web2 to Web3 stuff or something. I can't remember what it was.
It's got like the meta BuidlGuidl stuff, like maybe for request or some other thing that we need to do. Yeah,
we'll be reaching out, Damu. Sure. You'll hear from us.
Yeah, sure.
Hola. That's like my only Spanish. My Spanish teacher would be sad. I didn't remember very much. All right, awesome builds, awesome Bowtie Friday. Go vote on the joke DAO if you haven't yet. Go speedrun Ethereum if you're a builder that hasn't speedrunned. I don't know what the past tense of speed running is, but if you haven't,
for our build,
yes, go vote on Joke DAO. Which one? That was the Scaffold-eth NFTs, right? Yeah, and it's
That's how it is, the startup
nft.buildguild.
kit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
live at NFT. Oh, I'm showing it off. I gotta show it off. It's
Yeah.
live at nft.buildguild. So it's here, right? Oh, we should definitely do some bigger layers. You guys, you did it correctly. Like this is like the amount I want to spend, but you always got to have like some amount for some whales. If some whale wants to YOLO 10 ETH to the Build Guild, we should have that option here with some really cool artwork for them. But yeah, here we
Yeah,
go.
sure. We
And you guys have
add
the
new
event? Oh, go ahead.
levels.
So that
Yes, we
again,
will
sorry.
add new level with new art and higher prices for the
Awesome.
whales.
For the whales.
For the whales.
Good supporters. Looks like a lot of folks here. Awesome. Yeah, so go vote. Where is that? Oh, I think I clicked on it. Nope. Yep, there it is, right there. Go vote on JokeDAO for your favorite builds. Anybody else with anything else to show off? All right. All right. Happy Bowtie Friday. Thanks for hanging out. See y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.